Common boxing defense mistakes. Now there's common mistakes that a lot of boxing beginners make. So I'm going to go through those mistakes and show you the corrections in order for you to not make these mistakes. You're going to have to practice them in the boxing gym during training for a while for you to perfect these. Now the first one is your eye contact. You never want to ever look away from your opponent. Under no circumstance do you look away. Unless you're trying to be a little flashy so-and-so and showboating, but you never look away from your opponent. A mistake that a lot of guys, a lot of boxers make is when they slip or when they block a shot, they turn my head with it. So when I'm saluting, they turn on their head. And that is incorrect. Your eyes always have to be on your opponent. Look, I catch it. I'm catching it. I'm catching it as I salute, and I'm looking. Even as you roll, you don't want to be rolling and looking at the grounds. No, when you roll, you're looking at your opponent. I'm looking at my opponent. I'm looking at my opponent. That takes me on to rolls. When you roll, it comes from your legs. When you roll, it's not just about your head, avoiding the attack and doing this, rolling from your back. No, you have to roll from your legs. When you're rolling from your legs, it'll make it easier for you to look at your opponent also. I'm rolling from my legs. Another defensive mistake when you're blocking punches is just keeping your hand still. If my hand is still just like this, when a punch comes towards me, it's going to smash straight through my guard. No, you have to meet it. You have to meet it. Even when you're on double guard, you don't want to just stand still and let the punches mess you up. No, I'm meeting the punches. Just a very slight motion, just a very slight movement that are going to send the shot off. I'm sending the shot off. So you got to catch the punches as they're coming towards you. Defensive mistake I'm going to go through today is your stance. Is your chin tucked in? You want our chin to be tucked in and our shoulders above our chin. Just like that. In that, you make it harder for your opponent to strike your chin, so it's less likely you're going to get hit. Boxing footwork mistakes corrected. Now your feet are very important in boxing and you don't want to make mistakes with your feet. You really don't. A common mistake a lot of beginners make is they bring their stance close together, then bring it wide. You never want to have a stance narrow like this. You never want a narrow stance because you're off balance. The chances of you being knocked down when you punch are incredibly high. So you want to step with the foot that's leading in that direction. I'm going backwards, so my back foot goes first. To my right, right foot. To my left, left foot. Forward, front foot. Another mistake boxing beginners make is that they stand flat-footed whilst they're trying to move, and you're going to struggle. Your feet need to be working as springs when you want to move around, and the only way you can do that is by being on your toes. By being on your toes, you're more light-footed, more springy. Look, just look at what I'm just rocking back and forth. That's because my back foot is elevated right now. My back foot isn't flat, so I'm springing. You've got to be on your toes if you want to move around the ring. Another mistake that I want you guys to avoid, because you can get injured badly by doing this, is you're not turning your foot when you throw your back hands. You're not turning your foot. Can you see that? I'm turning my hips and my shoulders. My foot hasn't turned. You can easily pull the muscles along your calf. You need to make sure you turn your foot as you turn the punch. Just like that. Common boxing punch mistakes corrected. We're going to go over some of the main punch mistakes that a lot of guys are making. When we're punching with my jab, so when you're jabbing your opponent, a lot of guys, they're pulling back. I'm here, I'm more balanced, I'm in a good stance, pull back. Pull back. That's incorrect. If your opponent sees it, you may throw a jab and pull back, they slip it, I'm open for a left hook. Incorrect. You have to keep your hand tight by your chin, pop it. Pop it, pop it, just like that. Now we all want to throw knockout punches, and to gain power, a lot of beginners drop the arm. The reason why they drop the arm is so they can have more leverage. Leverage is going to equal power, but that's not the way you want to create leverage. So they might drop the hands when they want to throw an uppercut. Boom! When they want to throw a hook, they might pull it back. I'm open. Boom! And even for a right hand, they might pull it back. Boom! You're going to be open and you can easily get countered. Instead, you want to get the leverage from your hips and legs. So if I'm going to throw an uppercut, I drop down. This position, that's the maximum leverage I can get. You can't compensate and get more leverage. because you're going to be open. So from here, I'm going to push up with my leg and turn with my hips. Same thing with the right hand, because this is the metrics of my body. If I was taller or had longer limbs, then yeah, I would have more. But you can't risk it. Because if I pull back, I can get countered. So from here, I'm going to turn from my leg, I'm going to push from my foot, and turn and drive from my hips. Same as the left hook. From here, I'm going to turn. The only tip I can give you to use more leverage than your body naturally has is if you're defending a punch. If an opponent throws the right hand towards me, I then can throw a left hook, not like this, but I can turn onto it, which is giving me more leverage, more coil to explode. Same thing with my right hand. If an opponent throws a jab towards me, I can slip on the inside and then have leverage to push for the right hand. Another mistake is a lazy jab. When fighters in the ring, they jab, they shoot it out, they hit the opponent, bring it back to a low guard, and then raise it back up. The jab has 3 checkpoints: to your opponent, to your hip, and then to your guard. You can easily be countered when the hand is low. Right now, look, boom, countered. So you don't want to do that. Instead, the jab comes straight out to the opponent and straight back down to your guard. Straight away like that, look, from A to B, so you can't get countered. Boxing stance corrected, standing tight. You've always got to be standing tight when you're in a boxing ring. Standing tight so your opponent can't visually see where they'll strike. Your guard should be in such a position that you're protected. Right now I'm not. Look, my elbows are out. My elbows being out means my opponent can target and see my body. Theoretically, my opponent just needs to pop my hand out, just like that, and they will land. Instead now, you stand tight and covered, just like I am now. So my opponent has to think, has to make a step, has to make a move to hit me, but they can't just see that they can pop a jab out and hit me straight away. And another boxing stance mistake is putting the weight too much on your front foot. Look, I'm off balance. I'm leaning on the front foot. This limits the amount of punches I can throw and the amount of movement I can make. You don't want to be in this position, off balance. Instead, stand upright with a ratio of 60 with the weight on the back foot, 40 on the front foot, offering you more balance and mobility.